Welcome to this explainer, where we are absolutely transforming terminal friction into automated power using Claude Code. Look, if you have ever felt completely bogged down by those repetitive, endless command line tasks, well, you are exactly in the right place.
So think about this for a second. What if your terminal could actually think, code, and automate your entire workflow without you ever having to leave the command line? It's a massive shift. Today, we're uncovering exactly how AI-driven CLI tools can scale your output from, basic simple scripts all the way up to massive enterprise systems.
Here is the roadmap for our explainer. We're going to meet Claude Code, master the CLAUDE.md file, dive into automating technical SEO, scale up that publishing system, and wrap up with telemetry and tracking usage. Let's jump right in.
First up, Section 1, Meet Claude Code, our terminal-first AI assistant.
Okay, notice the really clear contrast here. On the left side, you've got standard IDE integrated tools. They're great, sure, but they are fundamentally tied to specific editors and visual interfaces. You're dependent on that GUI. But on the right, Claude Code takes a terminal-first approach. This gives you incredibly seamless command line integration, a headless server mode, and native Git and Bash support. It is custom-built for developers who want AI assistants baked right into their existing scripts without switching windows.
Let me give you a concrete example. Say you need a Python script to read a massive text file of URLs, shoot off a head request, and find broken connections. You literally just ask Claude Code to do it. It goes ahead, writes the script using the requests library, handles your timeout errors, and then natively executes it. It gives you the exact output requirement, broken link, status code, right there in your terminal. No copying, no pasting back and forth, just instant execution.
Moving along to Section 2, Mastering the CLAUDE.md file, which is all about giving your terminal a memory.
So what exactly is this thing? Well, CLAUDE.md is a project-specific, case-sensitive markdown file that loads up automatically at the start of every single Claude Code session. Its job is to retain your architecture, your specific commands, and your style preferences. And why does this matter so much? Because this living document prevents the AI from making the exact same mistakes twice. It essentially saves you from the nightmare of endlessly repeating your prompts.
Setting this whole thing up is a totally frictionless pipeline. Step 1 is literally just running a simple /init command. From there, you define the project context, set up your code styles, and add whatever custom commands you rely on. And if you're on a larger team, Step 5 is huge. You can split this into a modular rule directory. That way, different departments can maintain their own guidelines without creating one massive, confusing, bloated file.
Inside that file, you really want to nail down a few essentials. A clear one-liner project context, your specific code style formatting rules, core commands like test or build scripts, and crucially, your gotchas, basically warning the AI about unusual patterns or known pitfalls in your code base. You can also use imports to reference external docs. Keeping all this tight and focused helps keep the file under the recommended 300 lines, giving the AI maximum context without the noise.
Let's dive into Section 3, Automating Technical SEO, and completely removing the friction.
I absolutely love this quote from Ayama. It says, "The best SEOs will not be replaced by AI. They will be replaced by SEOs who use AI better than they do." I think that just hits the nail on the head. It perfectly frames why your domain expertise, combined with AI automation, is essentially the ultimate competitive advantage. You're not replacing your judgment here, you are just massively accelerating your execution. Just look at these before and after numbers. It's wild. Triaging a screaming frog crawl used to take, 45 to 90 minutes? Now, it takes 5. A technical SEO strategy brief drops from up to 5 hours down to just 20 minutes. And an hours-long batch page speed check, that drops to an incredible 8 minutes. This isn't just some marginal iterative improvement. It is a total transformation of your daily workflow.
So you might be wondering, why use Claude specifically for this stuff? Well, for starters, it has a massive context window, which is absolutely crucial for processing huge Screaming Frog exports. It also has really strong technical reasoning for parsing complex server logs. Plus, like we just saw, it natively executes Python scripts right there in the terminal. Add in those persistent team projects we talked about, and you completely eliminate the need to rebrief your AI on every single task.
All right, Section 4, Scaling the Publishing System, moving from keyword straight to revenue.
Check out this timeline. It's basically a chain reaction of a highly successful, scaled workflow. Hour 1, you're finding trending keyword research way ahead of the competition. Hour 2, you're pulling in source video transcripts to give your AI deep, unique context. Hour 3 is your multi-site publishing. Hour 4, you're indexing via tools like Omega. And by hour 5, you're already tracking the results in Google Search Console. It is a continuous, totally repeatable pipeline.
But here is the major catch. Scale literally only works if quality stays intact. Simply blasting out 5-week, duplicate articles across different sites, that's not going to cut it. Claude Code can actually help ensure that each article has a unique angle. Making one a tutorial, another a case study, and it can even parse your sitemap to automatically build highly relevant internal link clusters.
That being said, as incredibly fast as this automation moves, human review remains absolutely vital. You still have to verify tool accuracy, vigorously protect the user's search intent, make sure your calls to action are actually going to convert, and review the overall readability and tone. The AI does all the heavy lifting, for sure, but the human guarantees that the final page actually deserves to rank and turns that traffic into real sales.
Finally, Section 5, Telemetry and Tracking Usage. Let's look at enterprise-grade monitoring.
By enabling OpenTelemetry with Claude Code, you unlock this incredibly precise tracking of your token usage. It breaks everything down visually into input, output, cache read, and cache creation tokens. This is exactly how you monitor your true costs and caching efficiency across the entire organization. It gives executives a crystal-clear picture of the ROI.
And this right here is how Claude Code transitions from a cool developer tool into a true enterprise powerhouse. Look at the metrics you can track. CLI sessions started, the exact lines of code modified, pull requests and Git commits created, total active time, and, of course, the actual cost in USD. You can segment all of this by team or department. It's unprecedented visibility into how AI is actively impacting your engineering workflows.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. What about privacy? Well, the good news is privacy comes first. By default, user prompts, tool input parameters, and API response bodies are strictly redacted from these telemetry logs. Your sensitive code and prompts stay completely secure unless an administrator explicitly goes in and enables detailed logging. So enterprise security is baked right in from the start. Which brings us to the real ultimate takeaway of this explainer. As all of this manual friction disappears from your terminal, what are you going to build with the massive amount of hours you get back? Because at the end of the day, Claude Code isn't just about typing faster, it is fundamentally about reclaiming your time and your energy so you can focus on the architecture and the creativity that really matters. It's time to start building your own frictionless workflow today. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I really hope you found these insights as fascinating as I did. Now, get out there and start automating.